Hello, everybody. How you doing tonight? I'm County Legislator Jim Mascaro, and I was very thankful that I got contacted by the Boys and Girls Club to stop by and honor Juan tonight because I'm reading all about what he's done here at the club, and congratulations, you're a young star. It's really great. I just want to say a couple things before I give Juan a Westchester County proclamation. You know, we're so lucky to have the Boys and Girls Club in New Rochelle. And for you kids to realize, you're kids here now, but there are people who are in their 80s and 90s in New Rochelle that used to come to this Boys and Girls Club. And generation after generation, decade after decade, kids have come here to do the right thing. We all know there's a lot of negative distractions out there for our kids. So I'm so happy in New Rochelle we have a Boys and Girls Club that gives kids the opportunity to do the right thing, whether it's sports or the teen organization or all the different programs that are run here. We're so lucky the Boys and Girls Club is here to take care of our kids and help our kids. And then tonight I get to come, right, and honor one of the stars of the young kid, who's the Youth of the Year. I mean, that's quite a title, Youth of the Year. It's pretty awesome. I wasn't the Youth of the Year, and I grew up in New Rochelle. I never got this. But Juan, come on up. It's great. So we did a Westchester County proclamation that talks about all Juan's great work. Particularly, I was very impressed with the teen club and all the work he does there. It's a whole story of how great you are. But there's one sentence that I think is the most important, so I'm going to read one sentence. All right? And this will be probably pretty cool for you. All right. Resolved that May 3rd, 2017, be proclaimed Juan Ruiz-Diaz Day in Westchester County. Great job. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Juan. Keep up the great work.
All right, everyone. So right now I'm going to introduce the Executive Director of the Boys and Girls Club of New Rochelle, Ms. Lutanya Russell-Humes.
Good evening. Oh, use that one? Oh. Good evening. I can't tell you how proud I am to be here on this occasion, to see a former Youth of the Year, who's now our unit director, will present this year's Youth of the Year one is a complete honor. We took a little bit of a hiatus on Youth of the Year, but we're back, and we're back very strong. We are so looking forward to Juan representing us in Albany in about 2 weeks. But the reason that we celebrate this is, you know, as the county legislator alluded to, too often we spend a lot of time talking about what kids are doing wrong and not enough time celebrating those who are doing quite well. And I hope all of you are as proud of Juan as we are. To have him here in this club is our honor. We thank his family for sharing us with him. And we look forward to a fun-filled year. I know that he's going to do wonderful, wonderful things. So again, thank you. Congratulations, Juan. And I hope that, you know, you understand just how meaningful and important this honor is, because you represent us, you represent your family, and you represent your community. And I have no doubt in my mind that you will do that with complete honor and esteem. So thank you. Now, we are able to do a lot of the things that we do here at the club because of the tremendous support that we have from community members, from businesses, and none of this could be done, I must say, without the staff who come here every day and dedicate themselves to working with our young people. So I want to definitely thank them. But there's one person in particular who, in my mind, should be on staff. She's always giving. her time, her creativity, her spirit. She's been on our board for more than 8 years. She's now our board president, and she has no idea that we're doing this, but we just wanted to acknowledge your work, your dedication and your commitment to us and our kids. I really could not have done this job without you. And whatever progress we've made in the last 18 months is really, truly because of your energy and your spirit. So please, I'd like to acknowledge our board president, Jamie Deutsch, and with our Champion of Youth Award.
Juan, just to watch your whole family and the pride that they're showing in you, the smiles, I mean, I seriously almost started to cry. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here every day. Thank you so much for being such an incredible role model to the 100 kids that come in every day. When they see teens like you and what you can accomplish with hard work and dedication and integrity, you really do create such a role model, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds for you, and I am so incredibly proud that you will be representing us in Albany. I think that you have an incredibly bright future ahead, and I just feel so fortunate that you're a part of our organization. So thank you so much, and congratulations to your parents, because obviously they say that family is the model, and your family must be doing something really right to have raised such an incredible young man. So anyway, and I would just like to say I was a little taken by surprise by this. Thank you so much. The Boys and Girls Club of New Rochelle has given me more than I could ever give back and more than I could ever say. And when I think about what has happened in the last 18 months under the leadership of LaTanya and Will and Nate and Betsally and every single person who's in this room, it is a labor of love, and they give of their time and their hearts and their energy, and it is such a privilege for me to be a small part of this organization and its journey. So anyway, enjoy. Thank you.
All right, everyone. I would like to introduce next one of our other teens who is Juan's co-Keystone president. Jesus, can you come on up?
Good afternoon. My name is Jesus Torres. Okay. My name is Jesus Torres, and I am a Mascaro teen and co-Keystone president with Juan. So let me tell you a little bit about Juan. Juan has been my best friend since 5th grade. We have been through a lot over the past couple years. Juan and I joined the Boys and Girls Club originally to volunteer, but things turned out differently for us. We started coming to the club every day, and we got involved. We have been a part of so many programs and events here at the club thanks to Will. I probably know Juan the best out of everyone in this room. I am 97.3% sure that he has what it takes to go far in this competition and become National Youth of the Year. Congratulations, Juan. Congratulations to National Youth.
Thank you. Okay, everyone, before you present Juan with his award tonight, I'm going to read the recommendation letter I wrote for him in the package he did. So, my name is William Iannuzzi, and I've been a Boys and Girls Club of New Rochelle employee for 5 years, 2 years as a youth development professional, and 3 years as the Mascaro clubhouse director. Before I worked at the club, I was a Mascaro member from ages 6 to 14. I'm writing this letter on behalf of a young man I met 2 years ago, Juan Ruiz-Diaz. I've seen over 300 kids walk through the doors of Mascaro, and when Juan walked through, he made an immediate impact. Last year, I went to the National Boys and Girls Club Conference and met the National Youth of the Year and Regional Youth of the Years and heard their stories and triumphs. The Boys and Girls Club in New Rochelle has not participated in the Youth of the Year program since 2013, and after meeting the national teams, I was inspired by them. I wanted to make sure the Mascaro Clubhouse and Boys and Girls Club would have a Youth of the Year who would be just as inspiring. Juan is that team. To be Youth of the Year, you need to show your commitment to leadership, character, and community service, and I believe Juan has done that 10 times over. Juan is a bright, respectful, and thoughtful young man. When we started building our teen program here at Mascaro, he and his fellow teens were instrumental in helping me do that. Juan was elected Keystone Code President with his best friend Jesus, which is the premier teen leadership program for Boys and Girls Club of America. I tasked them, and Juan specifically, to do what you think would be best for the club and his fellow teens. He has shown his leadership abilities throughout his years here, which he demonstrated at our Lights On After School rally this past October. Juan kicked off the event by talking about his experience at the club and why after-school programs are so important. He then had the chance to introduce our keynote speaker for the event, the Mayor of New Rochelle. Character is something a person cannot be taught, but it is something you are born with. Juan is one of the nicest young men you will ever meet. He is funny, polite, and helpful. He was a member of the wrestling and soccer teams in middle school, and he showed his commitment to both of these teams. Every year we hold an award ceremonies, and each clubhouse hands out awards, and last year I was honored to present Juan with our biggest award, the Mascaro Directors Award. This award goes to a club member who embodies the core mission of the Boys and Girls Club, which is to enable all young people, especially those who need us the most, to reach their full potential as productive, caring, and responsible citizen. This award also states that this member can one day be seen as the future director of the Boys and Girls Club. I live in the same neighborhood as Juan, and I've had the opportunity to get to know Juan and his family over the last 2 years, and he has an amazing story to tell. Juan was born in Paraguay in 2002. For most of his childhood, he grew up with his grandparents there. He has told me it was one of the hardest times of his life not being able to see his parents for a long period of time. He came to America in 2010 at the age of 8, not knowing the English language. His story resonates with so many people nowadays, and I think his story is extremely relevant. Juan is the eldest brother to 2 siblings, a sister and a brother. He's a caring older brother, and I've seen it firsthand. In early October, the club held its first ever walkathon. I asked all of our teens to come and help out at the event, and Juan told me he wasn't sure if he can make it because he might have to babysit his brother. Juan ended up coming with his younger brother, who was 2, and ended up participating in the walkathon with him. I watched him take care of his brother at this event, feed him, make sure he was safe, and make sure he had fun. At this moment, I knew that Juan was going to become the Youth of the Year. His commitment to the club, but more importantly to his family, is his best attribute yet. I have watched Juan's journey here at the club, and I have seen him participate in so many activities. He was a big part of our passport demanded sleepover. He has gone on our trips to see a soccer play, the NYCFC soccer play, and he also went to the club upstate to watch the New Rochelle High School varsity soccer team. When I introduced him to multiple former BGCNR Youth of the Years, it was told to me that he has the potential to go far. I might not be related to Juan, but he is a part of the Mascaro family, and I believe he will be an amazing Youth of the Year for the Boys and Girls Club. So Juan, come on up. We would like to present you with the Boys and Girls Club of New Rochelle Youth of the Year Trophy for 2017. And with a certificate that proudly congratulates him for being the local finalist in the Boys and Girls Club of New Rochelle. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for coming tonight. I am extremely happy to be the 2017 Boys and Girls Club of New Rochelle Youth of the Year. I want to thank my parents for being here and helping me be the best person I can be every day. I want to thank Will and Julio for helping me throughout this whole journey and become the Youth of the Year. I also want to thank Ms. Thomas and Coach Salvo for writing my recommendations for me. I want to read a portion of my first essay for you to talk about my experience at the club. All right. So, I've been a member of the Mascaro clubhouse for 2 years. All right. All right. And I have been part of its team program for 1 year. When I was a kid, I also attended the Boys and Girls Club of Greenwich for 2 years. The club has helped me to experience what a leader is. I have watched the directors and staff here do their jobs and make that impact on the kids here, and I look up to them as role models. I also know what a leader is by watching them every day. Here, I have given the chance to do some awesome things at the club and build my leadership skills. For the past 2 years, I've had the chance to involve with many activities here at Mascaro, as well as participating in many trips. I have been a member of the Mascaro's Torch Club, Keystone Club, Passport to Manhood, Career Launch, Healthy Habits, and the Money Matters program. Last October, as Keystone co-president, I was selected to kick off our very first annual Lights On After School rally for the Boys and Girls Club of New Rochelle. Lights On After School is the only nationwide event celebrating after-school programs and their impact role in lives of children, families, and communities. I talked about my experience at the club and how important the club is to kids like me. I also got to introduce our keynote speaker, Mayor of New Rochelle, Norm Bramson. I was the recipient of the 2016 Mascaro Directors Award. Oh. Oh, there it is, my bad. On the award, it says that it goes to a member who exemplifies the core mission of the club, which is to enable all young people, especially those who need us most, to reach their full potential as productive, caring, and responsible citizens. The award also states that the recipient can one day be seen as a future director of the Mascaro Clubhouse. Last September, all the new teens at the Mascaro got together and decided to create a Keystone Club. Keystone is the premier team program for the Boys and Girls Club of America. I also came up with the Keystone Club name, and it is the Destined Leaders Keystone Club. To summarize, the club has made a major impact on my life by giving me the chance to participate in so many club's activities. I am confident everything I've learned here has made me ready to be Youth of the Year for the Boys and Girls Club of New Rochelle. Once again, I want to thank you for coming, and pleasure to see you all here. And enjoy the food, you know. Also, excuse me, I'm also thankful for the people who raised me, my grandparents, Mamá Esther y Papá Esteban. Gracias por brindarme su amor siempre. También a Mamá Marta y Papá Juan Bautista por el cariño de siempre. Sheman Bailei, Paraguay. Haro Haihu Kada Koe.
So I just want to bring Latanya back up for closing remarks.
So I just want to thank you again for coming out and helping us celebrate Juan. He will be the face of the organization for the next 12 months. And please join me with one last round of applause and congratulations, and wishing him luck as he goes off in 2 weeks to compete in the New York State Youth of the Year competition.
And there's going to be cake in a second, so stick around and I'm going to have it cut.